Welcome, mentors and mentees. We begin this room with two facts that, when you place them side by side, do not sit comfortably together. The first is that 75% of executives credit their success to mentors, and that 90% of employees with a career mentor say they are happy at work. The second is that, despite 84% of U.S. Fortune 500 firms running mentoring programs, the majority of those programs fail employees from marginalized communities. 71% of executives choose to mentor people who share their gender or race. And when 76% of CEOs are white, and white men make up 7 in 10 of the 533 executive officers named on federal regulatory forms, that pattern becomes more than a preference. It becomes a structural barrier. This is the room where we sit with that reality, openly. Christopher C.J. Gross, whose research and lived experience anchor this content, calls the path forward Bridge Mentorship. Mentorships that intentionally connect diverse individuals to help level the playing field. The opportunity is enormous. Reshaping the mentoring landscape can empower marginalized communities, enhance talent retention, strengthen succession pipelines, and build cultures of belonging. But it requires both organizations and the young professionals seeking mentors to better understand why current mentoring programs fall short. So in this room, we will look honestly at where corporate mentorship goes wrong. Young professionals who grow up in economically stable environments often arrive at work already fluent in the language of the corporate world, schooled at universities with comprehensive STEM, business, and leadership curricula, raised in families where AP classes, extracurriculars, and university choices were everyday conversations. Most corporate leaders share some version of that background, so most mentors are, almost by default, well-tuned to people who look like a younger version of themselves. That works beautifully for some. It leaves entire communities of talent under-mentored. C.J. Gross brings his own story to the page. He was working odd jobs, mowing grass, delivering newspapers, at 12. His parents never once mentioned college. After graduation, he looked left and right and saw no one in his family with the kind of career he was reaching toward. He was, in his words, the exception to the rule, and his story, sadly, is not extraordinarily unique. So we will spend our time in this room on what bridge mentorship actually looks like, how an experienced mentor can be a useful guide to a first-generation professional whose journey is unfamiliar to them, how a mentee from a marginalized community can find, ask for, and work with a mentor who is genuinely willing to learn before advising. We will also discuss how organizations can move from glossy program statistics to genuine reach. To the mentors, if you are inclined to mentor someone who reminds you of yourself, ask whether you might also mentor someone who does not. That is where your impact compounds. To the mentees, do not wait for the perfect cultural match. Build the mentor who is willing to walk with you. As we move into the chat, share one bridge moment from your own life, a relationship that crossed difference, and what it taught you. Welcome to the room.